What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode from A Car Guy's Garage. My name is Zenon, and we're going to talk about Fender Shrouds. So, as most of you know, or may not know, actually, I've been designing these over the past month and a half, 2 months. This design here is very, very specific to me. I thought that it would be better than the regular design that is out there right now. And actually, here I do have one here of which is the take on the other companies. So this one just has the holes, and this one actually has vents cut into the piece. So I was asked by someone to make Fender Shrouds, and they said they didn't want them to be like this. They wanted me to put my design aspect into it, and that's exactly what I turned around and did. I thought about what can I do to make it different. So I cut these fins, and then I bent them. Okay, as you can see, right? And then I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and put my logo in there, because a lot of people are actually they really like my logo, and then that's pretty exciting for me as a young company that people really respect and enjoy having my logo on certain things. So I went ahead, I made my base template, and then I punched these little vents in there. Well, actually, they're water jet cut, and then I bend them by hand to give them the certain spacing. Now, on the fender itself, this one in the end, there is a bracket behind this, so I'm gonna have to move all these down in my final adjusted design. I'm gonna work on a few other minor tweaks here and there that once this was powder coated and once this was put on the car, obviously by powder coating it, it adjusts the thickness of this by a little bit. And I didn't run into any clearance issues, but I did run into it being very, very, very tight tolerances. So like I said, I'm gonna have to adjust these back just a little bit more to the front. I'm gonna take a little bit off the bottom, and I'm going to take a little bit off the sides, and I'm going to give it a little bit more of a bend. So why am I telling you this? Is because there is progress on this. I don't want to be one of those companies that just keeps telling you and telling you and telling you and does not give you an update. This is an update to all of that. So I will be throwing pre-orders on these on the website. Don't feel that you need to pre-order them, but I am putting it out there so that once I finalize fitment again, and once I start getting them powder coated and all that gets done, I could start shipping them. I see myself having them starting to shipping in early January. Now I say early, it could end up being late, because we have to remember Christmas time is coming up, so businesses are shut down. The New Year's is coming up, businesses do shut down. So working with all the companies that I have to get together to get everything done, and the availability for me to have the machines and stuff, I don't want to promise certain dates, so I'm just going to say January. So there's a lot of things that have to go on. So it is Saturday today, whatever date that it is, 23rd or something. Not 100% sure what date it is, but I will next week hopefully be able to have time to use the machine to cut another sample, get it on the car, get it test fitted, and then know for 100% certain that I am okay with the fitment. It's a pretty funny thing. I'm going to put this down because I'm waving it around like a sword. It's a pretty funny thing for myself is that I really want everything to fit as tight, as clean, and as presentable as possible. There are easier ways to design this, but one of the things is the hood strut on the car. You could put it behind the bracket. I've chosen to put it in front of it because I really want to cover up that hood strut. Now, if my design and the tolerances and the fitment doesn't pass what I consider quality control, I am going to have to adjust it a little bit, and I'm going to have to put it behind that bracket. I don't want to. So when the hood comes down and the strut comes down, it comes very, very, very close. Now, I've had a pair on a car for 2.5 months now. Maybe 2.5 months. Yeah, we'll go 2 months, just so that I don't sound like an idiot. I've had it on the car for 2 months. They've been powder coated, and there is no wear where the hood strut is. So it's really, really close, but there is clearance there. So I'm going to do a few more things to just double, triple, quadruple check that fitment. And then once I have that done and those few minor adjustments that I was talking about, these will be ready to go. All right. So the price on them, they're going to be $130 shipped in bare metal, and then you can take it to your own powder coater and you can have them powder coated whatever you want. Or you could save $20 and do them yourself with rattle can or with plasti dip or whatever. The price for them powder coated is going to start at $150. I'm going to offer them in wrinkle black and wrinkle red. Now, why wrinkle colors, you may be asking me? Wrinkles have a higher durability. Okay, when you have like a gloss, a semi-gloss finish, those are less impact resistant. So I've chosen to go with a higher impact resistant type of powder coat as my OG color. If you do want a custom color, it's going to start at $50 extra for them. Now, why is it like that? Well, because one, I got to buy the powder if I don't have it, and two, they're going to have to be individually done. Whereas if I'm doing a batch, I could fill up the gun, batch out 20 of them, 30 of them in wrinkle black, and it's a lot easier. When you're doing individual colors, that's why the cost has to go up slightly. I do apologize, but at the end of the day, I am a business, and time and materials equals money, right? So hopefully you guys understand that. So they are a little bit more expensive than my competitors. That's just because the different design and the more labor that is involved in this. I will have the circular ones actually up for sale as well. But again, I am just working on the fitment issues that I have in this one. I want to really dial them in, and I want them to be very, very similar, even though they are a different Fender shroud design. So with that being said, that's all I have today for you. Like I said, unique, custom, one of a kind. You have the vents. The vents are going to help cool down the car a little bit more. Not that you're really going to notice it in daily driving or even in track driving, but who knows? Maybe there is some sort of theory out there that can be proven that by having a few holes in here and a few vents that it will cool down the engine and it will shave 1,000th off your track time. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to promise that it's going to increase your performance, but hey, it can't. It just looks really, really cool in my eyes. So yeah, head on over to the website. I'll put all the links below. And as always, please like, subscribe, do all that stuff wherever I'm going to have the little image up there. And please comment. Let me know what you think. And as always, enjoy modding while you still can. And we'll see you on the next one. Later.